Okay, make the most of this. This is going to be one of the last videos. In fact, it's actually going to be the last video I do on this bike, because it's going for its MOT now. And then I've sold it to a mate of mine. So by the end of the day, I will no longer own it. So this bit of the video is a little short bit. Just locally to the MOT test station. For those of you that aren't Brits, MOT stands for Ministry of Transport, and it's the abbreviation that we use for the annual roadworthiness test. So they check the lights, brakes, that sort of thing. I really haven't given this bike a great deal of use over the time that I've owned it. My intentions were good. I was going to tour the country, and work and COVID and things got in the way, so I really didn't use it that much in the end. And it is a big mile munching tourer, which I don't really think is the kind of thing that I do too much. So there you go. It's going to a friend of mine who's going to take his son out. His son's about 12 or 13 years old. He's going to take him out for longer rides, enjoy the fresh air and the biking thing. Now, I have replaced this bike. I've already replaced it, and you will very soon see what with. Something a little less toury and a little bit more retro and a bit newer as well. But not brand new, because I'm not made of money. Begin to wish I'd put my leathers on now. It's a little bit chillier out here than it looked like it was going to be. Pretty good job I'm only going locally. There's loads of little cameras around here for red light jumpers and speeders, and I know a fair few people who've been done. Cars, motorbikes, all sorts. Apparently there's quite a few accidents there, so they stuck a load of cameras up. but they're quite small, modern, well covered up cameras, so if you're not in the know, well, this road isn't closed where I'm going, because oh, bloody hell, it is as well. We'll have to go the long way around, and I'm cutting it a bit fine now. So I've got to go through all those cameras again now. Yeah, it looks lovely and warm, but it isn't. And it's May in the UK. Well, there you go. Thank you very much, Trench Lock Enterprise Garage in Trenchlock in Telford. There's 12 months MOT on the old girl. Tonight I'll be taking this round to my mate, and he can have lots of fun with it as well. Now I've got to fart around and find my way out of here because we've got roads closed and everything. So make the most of this, YouTube viewers. This is going to be the last video on this bike. New bike to be revealed very shortly. In fact, I'm going to cut it all together later on, but I think I'm going to get my new bike, my replacement for this, and probably pop up the old Bikers Lay-By cafe thing for a coffee and a chat a bit later on. So that will also be happening today. All will be revealed very soon. You can tell we're out of lockdown, a lot of traffic around. So would I recommend an old 955i Triumph Tiger? Yeah, I would. Great mile muncher. Comfortable bike, quick enough, handles well, economical, reliable. I really haven't got a single complaint about it. The only thing is, I never did it justice. I didn't take it on long journeys. I only ever used it locally, and it was a bit of a waste of a big mile muncher, to be honest. So hopefully my mate, the guy I've sold it to, will do it justice, and his kid will enjoy it as well. If you're not too sure about adventure bikes, this is actually an inexpensive way of giving it a go before you commit to buying something newer. I wouldn't say it would be great off-road, this bike. You've got a big exhaust system dangling down low, so you'd need to be mindful of that. although I'm sure it could actually handle a bit of the loose stuff. I never tried it, but I'm sure it would be just fine. But then, many moons ago, I used to race motocross, and I was never really shy about taking any motorcycle off-road. Frequently the limiting factor is tyres. Full-blown road tyres don't work off-road. So all you really need is a bit of grip and a bit of ground clearance, and pretty much anything will go off-road. I think I'm going to put my leathers on before I get my Tiger replacement out. Just wondering whether to do 2 videos and get you lot to try and guess what I've got. I have given clues away in the past. I'll think about that one. Okay, what are we waiting for, Pops? People to use their bloody indicators. That's what we're waiting for. One big downside to this bike is I think people think I'm a bloody policeman, even though I haven't got reflective stuff all over it. One thing I think I would look at, if I were going to keep this bike, or if I ever were to buy another one, is that screen creates more buffeting than it cures. Now I'm 6 foot tall, and I don't know where it's hitting me. It seems to be around all of my head and my shoulders. I've experimented with spacing the bottom of the screen out to give it a bit of a slant, taking the screen off altogether. That was actually quite good, that worked well, but the bike looked crap. And I'd like to actually try a different shaped screen, maybe a taller one, a bigger one, a wider one, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of subjective. We're all different sizes. So what suits me is not going to suit the next man. Now the guy I've sold this bike to, he's a right lanky streak of piss. I don't know how tall he is, but he's a hell of a sight taller than me. I would say he's 6'3" or 4", something like that. So he might be better off because he's going to be in the full blast, away from the buffeting. I guess we'll see. Anyway, people, say goodbye to the Tiger. I won't be making any more videos on this bike. This is the last one.